Let me come to Prof now, and Prof, I mean, Prof makes the point that it's hard work.
Yes.
But if you look at the election results, if Alan were to contest the 2024 elections on the ticket of the MPP, we both know that he would have gotten 40% plus, at least 40. He will not go under 40.
Yes.
I mean, that shows that the appetite is MPP and NDC.
Yes. Greetings to our viewers everywhere in the world. And this is a very interesting thing. When I heard the name UP, I thought that was a punchline to the MPP. Then a lot of factors came in. Somebody said they were going to go to court because the name UP is the tradition of MPP. And my brother, Smart, talked about the way the Northern People Party was formed, the Anglo Youth, the Muslim Association Party. So it's an amalgamated political parties that came together to form the UP. And then we have the Togoland Congress. We have the Ga Shifimokwe. They were also part. So you can tell that it comes from different angles before it became UP. Why the name was not gazetted by, and then protected by copyrights, nobody knows. Now Alan is claiming that he's UP. And I don't know what will happen to Buzia and then Dombos that, had a name. And now they know that their party has been hijacked by Alan and using their names. It's very interesting the way we don't protect copyright in this country.
Yeah.
But we know that the Electoral Commissioner is a lawyer now, and once you go to register a name, they will find out whether that name is taken or not. Once it's not taken, then Alan was right in taking that name. From there, I will talk about the push and pull factors here to also help. If we say that there's going to be a third force, I think that it's not a wrong word to use. All over the world, there are rankings. So in athletics, they rank. In boxing, they rank. So we rank athletes. In tennis, even in golf, they rank athletes. And the reason why they rank athletes is that you have somebody who is number 10 coming to play, let's say, the number 2 or number 1, and they know that it's going to be a very competitive game. There's a reason why even Black Stars are always ranked around 77 and then 76, based on performances. So if you look at the ranking, since we returned to constitutional rule over 30 years ago, both MPP and NDC have got more than 95% of the votes. So when we talk about the third force, we have to come from that angle. The NDC and MPP have got over 95% of the votes. And we all know that somebody can form rejected ballot, party and can still win as a third force. The reason why that is the case is that all rejected ballots are more than all the other 10 political parties that we had in the last elections, which is scary to me. Now, why is this so? Unless there's kind of amalgamation, unless there's kind of people joining together, because we have a good news that the opposition leader of Cameroon is winning election now. After 42 years, a 92-year-old Paul Biya that has become a liability to his own people, because we have a lot of lifetime presidents in Africa. I don't know what they need the power for. You've been a president for 42 years. What again can you deliver to your people? 92 years. We all know that the more you grow, your mind becomes weaker. Just retire. Sometimes it happens to me as if he doesn't even know where he is, because of the age. And it happens to everybody. As we grow, our brain decline. That is why most countries, what they do is that those are the homes. You have to force them to read at least 15 minutes before they sleep so that their mind will not die. Because if you don't use the mind, it dies. Now, when we talk about the cost-push factors, there are a lot of things that Alan can do. But let me ask you, I don't know your political party. Will you change it to vote for this political party? I wanted to see Kwame Gentua here and ask him. There's no way under this sun that he will change from CPP to, because he will tell you I'm genetically CPP. And then I have AB who's genetically NDC. There's no way that... No, AB, there's no way he's going to consider and say that I will vote for the MPP. So let's come from that angle. We have an alpha generation that is coming. And there's something that I wanted to talk about quickly. Do you know that there's something called XZ technology, XR technology? And this XR technology is the next big thing that is coming after AI. So the XR technology has a moral component. So if you are playing an instrument and then you are supposed to play a key that is wrong, There's a moral component in the X, technology that will tell you you cannot do it like that. In leisure, in music, if it's profane, it will tell you this is an illegal thing to do. So that technology is going to take over now, which I'm very happy about, the XR technology, because we live in a world where moral, bankruptcy is coming up. People insult everywhere. People say all sorts of things, and we need to watch that. Else our generation will be no more. Now, the next thing is that the alpha generation coming in, who will be 18 years, 19, 20, by 2028 are going to vote. And the way they think are also different. The alpha generation don't rely on parental advice. They rely on peer advice. So their peers, what their peers tell them is what they do. Their attention span is 8 seconds, 8, and then they are done. So they need quick feedback. That means that when they take a test, like video games, they need their results back immediately. So their thinking is going to be different. Now, what many people do in the advanced world is that if we're able to convince such a generation to vote for you, once they vote for you, they become a member of that political party. So at 18, the person votes for the Democratic Party, they are Democrats for life. If at 18 they vote for Republican, they are Republicans for life. So how do you get that generation, the alpha generation? That is what these political parties should be looking at. The other thing that I look at is that if you do comparative analysis, look at Alan, and then look at all the 5 candidates of the MPP, and then compare. Look at Boabian Samoa, the General Secretary now of Alan's party, and then look at JFK. Even though I know JFK went to my school as Okatechi Opokuare, then compare. Look at Sadiq, the chairman, and then look at Tim. There's now somebody who is acting for Tim, and then compare. So you can see that Alan has a team that is solid. But how do you grow that team? He comes from Ejusu. So in political party, you have to work on that, your hometown. You should never lose your hometown. Get your hometown right. Get somebody there who will stand in your hometown to win. And then once he gets that, then he goes to the same UP party. The way it is going now in MPP, clearly, it is rigged in favor of Bawumia. He will win. Because you have the same delegates that voted for him that massively. They are all in the system.
Did he agree to that himself?
No, but that is comparative analysis that we do. Statistically, we do that variance and all those. So if he wins, then there's somebody at camp. Because if you look at the insults and the feistiness that is happening in MPP, then the Kennedy supporters are going to be peeved if it is not fair. That is a chance for Alan, to reach out to Kennedy so that if he promises Kennedy to be the vice, then you can have a split MPP. Then there's the push factor from NDC that has to help the new party to collapse the MPP. So politics, tactically, that is how it works. It's a game of power and influence. And if the way things are going, it doesn't look good for MPP. It doesn't look for, because the name UP has been taken. Most of their members are in UP now. If you compare, Ebo, for instance, I knew Ebo when I was at UCC. When Christian Checha was Deputy Minister of Education. Because Christy was a good friend of mine. I launched a book at UCC. I've been writing all my life. And Christy was coming, she came to chair it. So if you look at people who have broken away the secessionism in MPP and quality of people, and then they have let them to go just like that they did not have others to bring them back. It is disintegrating to an extent that this party one day could be bigger than MPP. Why? Because they thought they were embarrassing Alan. I know of somebody who sponsored Alan. He came all the way to vote during the elections, where he voted from UK. Alan has 0. Yes, Alan has 0. So they thought that, okay, they were embarrassing the man, and now he's found a way. I said it on the Fear Appropriate program, Vim Ladies program, that Alan's political career was dead because even Shada beat him. But now look at the way he's been able to turn things around.
Okay.
So, yes, we can have a third force, because politics that I know is the moment. When the moment brings somebody, unfortunately in Africa, we talk about being on the line. Oh, we better watch it. I've been here for a long time, so we can't be on the line. Politics all over the world is not like that. It's the moment that brings somebody. And when people capture on the moment, yes, everything is possible in politics. We can have a third force.